Final Cut Pro 12 is finally here, and with great features that put it ahead of Premiere Pro in the beat detection feature, and also this transcription search and visual recognition. I'll quickly show you all of these in today's video. Detailed videos dedicated to each of the new features will follow in the next day or so. I think what Apple has done is to make the best use of AI's promises, and that's to improve your workflow without affecting your creativity. Full marks to that, Apple. But first, the elephant in the room. Let me squash any rumours that the paid version of Final Cut will differ from the new Creative Studio version. If you own the paid version now, the minor premium features of the subscription model are exactly that, minor. I'll talk about the Creative Studio later in the video. Check out the chapter marker timestamps in the description below. When you first upgrade, you'll notice a new blank screen, and this is a subtle change, but as a teacher of Final Cut Pro, I'm pleased how this helps new users understand the concept of library first, then import media, and then create a project. And if you're a new user, check out my Everything in Final Cut Pro in One video tutorial. So first, the new beat detection feature. In my timeline's a music clip and also some short video segments. Right-click on the audio clip and select Enable Beat Detection, or open the clip menu. And much quicker with the new shortcut Option+B. But you'll need to divert to the default keyboard set to be able to use that. I'll show you in a more detailed video later. Beat detection creates a grid of the music's beats. The skimmer snaps to each beat. The clips can be dragged to the beat and they'll snap into place. And if you select the trim tool, that's by holding the T key, the next clip can be trimmed to another beat, and so on. And voila, instant matching of clips to the beat. But wait, that's not all. You can cut on a beat and drag the audio clip to that corrected length. The beats are matched and you most likely won't notice. And you can also work in batches. If you've got multiple music tracks, you can add them to the timeline and detect them in a batch. You can disable individual tracks in the batch after you've finished editing with them with a right click, or the 0 shortcut if you've got the shortcuts enabled, or use the new timeline button to toggle the beats on and off. And if you need to know the music's BPM, it's in the inspector. Select the track first, and the beat detection can be turned on and off there as well. Next, visual search. The analysis occurs when you import, provided the options are turned on in the import window or in your settings. And if you've got a library that's already been imported, you can analyze by selecting the clip or clips in the browser, right-clicking and selecting Analyze and Fix. Then tick the visual search. I'll select just one clip here and tick it for visual search. Now by selecting the little downward arrow beside the Q in the search field, I'll search for the word face, and only one face is shown because only that one clip has been analysed. Of course, if all the clips had been analysed, the other faces would show as well. I'll select all the clips and analyse, and now you can see how quickly this happens by clicking the background task button. I'll search for beach. How about a specific search? Sydney Opera House. Now I'll try wing mirror. It shows up a bit of garbage here, but it seems that the items that it's most confident about come first. How about something really specific? Jaguar E-Type. Even better if you're a user of the brilliant Jumper app, now you can search your whole computer for similar images. Open the Jumper extension and select the Match Frame option. See more about Jumper in this video. The next new feature is transcript search. This can be selected as before with a right click or automatically on import, and it appears that the transcription process is more quicker than the analysing of the video. I'll select transcript in the search drop-down and type on your computer. Instantly, it finds different versions. Uses AI to find images stored on your computer. You can analyse all your files stored on your computer. It allows you to create a library of images that are on your computer. And that's not all. You can search for related phrases. Hold the transcript option in the search fields and select related to. You search by using common language text. And finally, let me really put to bed the new subscription Creative Studio offering being different from the paid version. I think Apple's been very smart here. They've considered their loyal user base of paid owners of Final Cut Pro, but they've also offered a low-cost subscription to encourage more people into the Final Cut world, especially those who are students, because it's really low at that $2.99 price. For the subscription offering, though, they have offered some premium content. But if you're a professional user, you'll have plugins from third-party developers that are much better than the subscription offering. So let me show you. To download the premium content, Final Cut Pro menu, Download Content Library. Of course, you'll need the subscription version to get the contents, but this is what it looks like. There are new dynamic titles. Under generators, there are new elements. And for transitions, there are new stylized offerings. Community Colorful, Editorial, Santa Fe. So will I be buying the subscription? Simply no. I own the paid versions of Motion, Final Cut Pro, Compressor and Pixelmator. And as you can see, the premium content is limited if you already have professional plugins. So that content is really aimed at those new users that Apple is attracting in with the low price. And as I promised at the beginning of the video, this is how to revert to the default keyboard. Select the Final Cut Pro menu, select Command Sets, tick the default keyboard, and if you've got your own personal keyboard shortcuts, you can add the new shortcuts or personalize the default keyboard. I'll show you in a more detailed video when I do the beat detection video next week. And check this video about common shortcuts. I'm impressed with the new Final Cut Pro. What about you? Tell me in the description below when you're checking the chapter markers timestamps. Thanks for watching.